Kotaku is filled with lunatics who were actually activists and not gamers, but of course, you will not be surprised to hear that they have named a new editor in chief who is a complete racist. I have a few different things to show off, but before we get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, there is nothing that they could do over at Kotaku that would surprise me, unless, of course, they actually started writing genuinely good game reviews and guides and weren't shoving their political agendas into everything, which clearly is not going to happen. But now we found out that Austin Williams has been named the editor-in-chief of Kotaku, and people are already very easily digging up his racist past. It says Geo Media has named Austin Williams as editor-in-chief of Kotaku, one of the nation's leading digital media outlets for gaming guides, tips, reviews, and news. Yes, Kotaku is still a larger name, but not for positive reasons, because people point and laugh at them constantly because they have proven that they actually are just activists and not gamers. They only write for sites like Kotaku, The Gamer, Polygon, and are in the gaming industry because they couldn't actually make it at any mainstream political sites like MSNBC. But it says that his addition to Kotaku is a milestone moment in the brand's 20-year history, and they decide to talk about how, yes, Kotaku is filled with people who love the industry and care about gaming. They say Kotaku has always led with a distinct voice and point of view, while also understanding that at its core, it is fan first, which is hilariously inaccurate because Kotaku is not fan first. They never really align with what gamers believe, what gamers think about a game. They have wildly different opinions, and we have multiple people at Kotaku who have decided to, attack gamers constantly over and over, like Alyssa Mercante. Now, of course, just a couple of months ago, back in March, we saw Kotaku's editor-in-chief Jen Glennon resigning, and she said it was because she did not believe in the direction they were headed in, and this was when we were told they were, behind the scenes, supposed to be writing more, actual game guides and focusing on making non-divisive content. And while she didn't like that, she decided, I'm gonna leave. I don't believe in what they want me to do. And she has already been replaced. Now, of course, you will not be surprised to hear that just, a couple of days after this announcement was made and people have been talking about it, Austin Williams here, now the editor-in-chief at Kotaku, has decided to protect his posts because people were calling him out on his racist BS. There's already a thread on X talking about the things that he has said in the past, a pile of screenshots basically that show the type of person that he actually is. He has made posts like this in the past saying, I'm in an office full of white people today, pray for me. Working with white people, definitely a top 5 emotionally draining experience, and white people really are the rudest MFs on the planet. Now, of course, these are not new posts. They are from 2016, 2018, and 2019. But on the flip side, these people do not care about when you actually made posts. They do not care about when you said things. They just care that, of course, these things are on social media. So they would go through my X account and use this type of evidence against me to say, oh, I'm an awful person. So now people are, of course, doing it to individuals like Austin because these are still up on his X. Well, maybe they're not now. They were a couple of days ago when people, of course, had found them and he went private. So he's most likely just going through his X account and deleting as many things as possible, wiping it. But of course, we still have these screenshots, and the internet is forever. He has made such racist posts in the past, and of course, individuals like this think, oh, racism is bad and awful, but it's okay when I do it. Rules for thee, but not for me. It's not very surprising to see Kotaku hire this editor in chief who's a full blown racist because this outlet's already filled with absolutely degenerate individuals who hate gamers and who hate white people, who just hate anybody that they disagree with, who is not completely in line with their beliefs. And I've talked about Kotaku so many times on the channel. Let's just take a little look at the more recent history. Kotaku's managing editor had went on a deranged rant accusing Mark Kern of maintaining and reinforcing the heteronormative, cis-normative, white supremacist, patriarchal status quo. Oh my god, say that one 10 times fast. Went to Twitter. Oh my god, you're such a terrible person. You're reinforcing blah 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 blah. I mean, it's complete word freaking salad here. How are we supposed to take people like this seriously? We just a few weeks ago had seen Kotaku Australia shut down, which caused a wave of meltdowns from journalists who were saying, this is such a loss, this is so sad, and we can't believe that gamers are praising this decision, and people did not care because Kotaku is the laughingstock of the gaming industry. And of course, then we get into people like Alyssa, Kotaku's senior editor. Alyssa Mercante continues to attack Mark Kern, shares her disdain for gamers, pushing back against corporations, trying their very best to freaking shill for massive companies, not defending the gamers they actually need to read the content they're producing. No, no, no. Let's attack them because surely that's a good strategy. Of course, we've seen multiple people at Kotaku attack gamers because of Gamergate 2, defending companies like Sweet Baby Inc. I mean, the list goes on, but these are people who have absolutely no respect for other human beings because they don't like their political opinions and leanings. They do not like the games that they defend, like Stellar Blade. They call us disgusting, misogynist, sexist, horn dogs, in chuds for defending games like Stellar Blade and fan service. These people are absolutely unhinged, so it's really not a shocker to hear about Austin Williams being a complete and utter racist. He hates white people. And people are, laughing, saying, did anyone expect anything different from Kotaku? No, I really didn't. And this just proves that they do not care about cleaning up their act and actually trying to get readers back. And they have the nerve to talk about tolerance and inclusion. I'd say I'm surprised, but it's Kotaku. Quote, you can't be racist towards white people. Yeah, that's what these people love to screech, that you can't be racist against white people. And oh, we're all for inclusion and diversity, except for certain groups of people like white people, especially white men. We hate them. It's absolutely disgusting and deranged behavior, and it will be interesting to see over the next few days and weeks how this goes over, how, he takes to social media, if he unlocks his account. I don't necessarily know if he's going to do that, probably. If any statements are made by his fellow journo activists at Kotaku, like Alyssa or Carolyn Petit, but for now, that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.